With your indulgence, understanding order number one, as we talk, Mr. Speaker, even as we are happy that the session is coming to an end, Mr. Speaker, we are not sitting pretty with our staff. They have not been paid office operations. The Parliamentary Service Commission have found it not unwise, and it is disappointing that the commissioners are not here, Mr. Speaker. Salaries have been not paid for our workers. Our landlords are closing our county offices across the 47 counties, Mr. Speaker, sir. There is no money. Virtually, the service providers want to auction the Senate furniture that has been put in most of our offices, Mr. Speaker. As we talk, even our cars, Mr. Speaker, when we travel to our counties, might be clamped down and auctioned, and we might making phone calls to your office or your personal number to try and intervene, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you saw yesterday when the National Assembly boycotted, they have been assured within the close of business today, their money will be in the accounts of CDM, Mr. Speaker. Why are they discriminating against the Senate by the National Treasury, Mr. Speaker? I want to say, even the tomorrow's morning sitting, we shall not come, Mr. Speaker. And in fact, as we talk today, Mr. Speaker, we are going to work out, Mr. Speaker, because we cannot proceed Mr. Speaker, until we resolve this impasse. We are going to cripple the whole business that we, because if there is no money, what business do we have, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, you know, with the harsh economic times, Mr. Speaker, with the harsh economic times, how can you, these drivers, Mr. Speaker, a lot of small money, Mr. Speaker. When they drive us and they're angry, they can drive us out of the roads and cause accidents, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, even our secretaries, our personal assistants, Mr. Speaker, can you lead us and listen to our cries, Mr. Speaker? This Senate has ever come under attack in the year 2018-2019. And it is you, Speaker, who led us all the way to Milimani High Court when we were filing against non-concurrence of 24 legislation, Mr. Speaker, by the National Assembly. Mr. Speaker, I would have expected the National Assembly to also boycott and be in solidarity with us the way we were in solidarity with them yesterday, Mr. Speaker. But it looks like the small brother, the lower house, will never be in solidarity with the Senate. But, Mr. Speaker, I want to request colleagues. We request that this session be suspended for now. Mr. Speaker, you make phone calls to the National Treasury, because, and also Parliamentary Service Commission, Mr. Speaker, we suspend for 30 minutes. You get a commitment. We go into a recess for another 30 minutes. We agree on how we are going to proceed, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, under indulgence and the direction leadership, you need to provide leadership on this one, Mr. Speaker. I don't think you will be sitting pretty. I can tell you, you'll have to switch your phone, because we will call incessantly. We will also give your number to our workers, our staff, so that they call and explain the situation, Mr. Speaker. Because vitu kwa ground is different, Mr. Speaker, sir. So as we talk, we have been using our own money to fuel and support most of our workers, Mr. Speaker. Some of them have school fees. Some of them have medical bills to pay, Mr. Speaker. They have rent, Mr. Speaker. You can imagine working to your office and your staff have not been paid. Mr. Speaker, with the harsh economic times, we must be serious, Mr. Speaker. I request that we adjourn this, we suspend this house for 30 minutes, talk to the National Treasury, give us way forward, and then we resume the sitting as normal, Mr. Speaker. And I think going into the future, I want to call upon Parliamentary Service Commission. There is no house that is lesser than the other. When the National Assembly speak, they listen. But when Senate speak, ni kama kupigia mbuzi gitaa, Mr. Speaker. We must take a collective responsibility. This Senate has come under attack from 2013, but we have always been resurgent. They should not underestimate us, Mr. Speaker. We look like dormant volcano, but we are going to erupt that it has never been seen before, Mr. Speaker. I expect people like Senator Chute to be on the forefront defending us, Mr. Speaker. You had Senator Sifuna yesterday led us in a Kamkunji, and we made a resolution that we shall not sit until we get our dues, Mr. Speaker. It is our right. How can we work, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, I request that you suspend this sitting, and we agree, Mr. Speaker, with all due respect.
Senator